Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga karabin natin at welcome back dito po sa ating munting channel Pinas News Review kung saan re-reviewin po natin ang mga mahalagang balita dito sa Pilipinas. Mga simpleng komento sa mga issue dito sa Pinas at ito nga mga karabin natin na contempt na. Tambalos-los na contempt ni Senator IMEE. Ininsulto ng harap-harapan. Yan po ang ating alamin mula po rito kay C0MTV. Yan, nasa description po ang full video link ng balitang ito. Subscribe na po kayo at kung bago ka pa lang at di pa po nakapag-subscribe sa ating munting channel, please don't forget to subscribe at click na rin po ang bell notification para updated ka po sa lahat ng ina-uploads nating reaction video. At eto na nga, sama-sama at sabay-sabay po natin pakinggan, panoorin at bigyan ng reaksyon ang balitang ito. Eto na po.
Welcome back mga kabayan. Nagbabalik po muli ang inyong lingkod upang magbigay sa inyo ng mga bago at nagbabagang mga balita. Good news mga kabayan, tambalos-los na contempt na ng Senado dahil umano sa pag-insulto niya kay Super Ate Senator Amy Marcos dahil umano sa kadahilan ng merong isang organisasyon na matagal na or 20 years nang hindi gumagana pero may kasali or may pirma sa tinatawag nating People's Initiative. Wala nang ang kawala itong si Tambalos-los sa galit ni Senator Amy sa kanya sa kadahilan ng hindi na nakapagtimpi itong si Senator Amy Marcos sa kanyang mga pinaggagawa sa ating bansa at lalong-lalo na sa taong bayan na kanilang pinaglilingkuran. Maraming salamat Senator Amy at sinagot ninyo ang panawagan ng taong bayan na ikulong itong tambalos-los na ito at sana po ay huwag ninyong hahayaan na makapagpiyansang inutil na ito at nang mabulok sa kulungan. Para nga sa buong impormasyon, panoorin ang buong video at kung bago ka pa lamang sa aking channel, huwag kakalimutang mag-subscribe, pindutin ang notification bell at piliin ang all upang laging maging updated sa mga bago at nagbabagang mga balita at sa mga solid viewers. Welcome back mga kabayan. Nagbabalik po muli ang inyong lingkod upang magbigay sa inyo. Ang isyong ito ay naging usap-usapin din sa mundo ng social media. Merong isang netizen na nagsabi, may ebidensya na may makakasuhan at makukulong naman kaya. Abangan ang susunod na kabanata, dito lang po yan sa Senado. At sabi din naman ng isang netizen, tigilan nyo yan, puro palusot na lang ang lahat. Buong akala nila everything will turn alright at lahat ay makakalusot na lang ng basta-basta. Tigil na yang hearing, total buong buo ng aming isip kung sino ang punot dulo sa pirma. Thank you Senator Amy at napakaganda ng iyong nagawa para sa bayan. At sabi din naman ng isang netizen, di ba yung ginawa ni Avisado ay criminal offense being fraud? Why not Senate committee file disbursement suit against him? The act being one involving moral turpitude as well as both contrary to RPC and Lawyers Code of Canon?
Your Honor, Madam Chair, I just want to point out that indeed the COMELEC cannot act and should never act anymore on initiative. Patay na ang initiative sa ngayon kasi as stated by the Honorable Chair, there is already an injunction made by the Supreme Court. As a matter of fact, the Supreme Court said the COMELEC is permanently enjoined. Very clear ang sabi ng Supreme Court sa Santiago case. COMELEC should be permanently enjoined from entertaining or taking cognizance of any petition for initiative on amendments of the Constitution until a sufficient law have been validly enacted. To date, there is no valid law that has been enacted. Therefore, any act of the COMELEC on matters pertaining to initiative, even a review of old rules or regulations, should not be made. That will be ultra vires, that will be unauthorized, because there is a permanent injunction. Now, there is also this matter of right to privacy by some contributors or supporters of the initiative. I think the right of privacy cannot be invoked by these supporters or contributors because they have signed as part of the initiative. They were proponents, they were contributors. And what did they state in the proposition that they have signed? They stated, among others, that we fully understand the proposition which were explained to us in our own dialect, And we are aware of its advantages as well as its consequences and effects, as we have read the full text and contents thereof. Therefore, if the matter of if they would be asked to reveal their names as contributors, then they could not escape that particular liability because they themselves admitted that they are well aware of the consequences and effects of signing a petition for this initiative. Kaya itong initiative, siguro pwede nang ilibing sa limot muna sapagkat marami pang dapat na ayusin ang ating mga mambabatas.
Thank you very much,
Maraming
Attorney
salamat.
Mac, for reminding us that, in fact, an injunction is contained in the Santiago ruling, which we should
Permanent
honor to the
injunction.
present day. Yes, Attorney Abisado, what was that?
Just a very quick reply from Pirma, Madam Chair. With all due respect to my idol, Attorney Rolmy Macalintal, and also the good Chairman and Commissioners of the COMELEC, it is Pirma's constitutional right to push for people's initiative. Not even the COMELEC, with all due respect, can kill that right. And the persons, our contributors, are not proponents. So they are not covered by the signature form that was read by Attorney Macalintal. Yun lang po, maraming salamat.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator Risa, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Further to Attorney Macalintal's point, donors should reveal themselves. Unless talagang iba ang funder, unless iba yung tiga-pirma. No? So just for the record, Madam Chair. May I continue my
Yes,
questions to
and
Chair Garcia?
I would, oh, so sorry. I
It's
would
all right,
also
Madam Chair.
like to
Grabe po itong perma, no? Itong grupong perma, mga karabin natin, kasi sunog na po sila dito di ba? Sunog na po sila dito sa ginagawang hearing nito. Pero continue pa rin po sila sa pag defend, no? Ng kanilang gustong mangyari, di ba? Ang tinatanong nga ng taong bayan, kung talaga bang yang mga pumirma dyan ay voluntarily, di ba? Baka pinilit. At di ba? May mga ganun Kaya kung talagang seryoso, di ba? Kung tanungin niyo natin lahat ng pumirma diyan, no? Kung alam ba nila kung ano talaga yung pinirmahan nila. Di ba maraming nagrereklamo at gusto nang bawiin yung mga pirma nila dahil sinasabi nga pong ayuda. Dahil nga po sa ayuda, kaya sila pumipirma. Which is wala naman pong ayuda. Yung mga future na ayuda, di ba? Kailangan po kasi yun di ba? Sa mga barangay, di ba? Kinukuha yung mga pangalan, ganyan. Para daw sa mga susunod na mga ayuda ay masalin na po sila. Pero nakakabilib din itong pirma. Talagang makakapal din ang nito.
offer the Senate's protection through an executive session, perhaps, or even a witness protection possibility. We have done this before for whistleblowers and such, and we are perfectly happy to do the same for your donors.
Madam Chair, thank you. May I continue my questions to Chair Garcia? Yes, Madam Chair.
Mission of documents can we carry on later?
Yes, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd just like to put this aside. We thank the SEC, your representatives are here, I believe, and we are given to understand that, in fact, PIRMA no longer exists as of February 10, 2004. Is that correct?
Yes, Madam Chair. Their certificate of registration has been revoked since February 10, 2004.
So,
Napakatagal na
when was
pala.
this in fact registered?
The PIRMA was registered or incorporated on March 12, 1997, Madam Chair.
So from 1997 to the date that you revoked their incorporation in 2004, I understand that the reglementary requirements, the documents that are repertorial requirements were not submitted. Is that correct? And for that reason, you therefore revoked its incorporation?
Yes, Madam Chair. Since the time of their incorporation, they have not submitted any reportorial requirements with the SEC based on our records.
Who do you have as the directors of this corporation, please?
Yan mga karibin natin, matagal na pala itong patay na pirmang ito, no? Pero bakit nabuhay, 'di ba? Bakit nabuhay muli yung kanilang itong pirma, 'di ba? Tapos nang mabuhay po ang pirma, yan mabuhay pala. Nang mabuhay po ulit yung pirma, diretso po sila sa People's Initiative, no? Papapirma ulit sila ng mga para sa charter change. So, ibig sabihin, mga karibin natin, talagang may nasa likod po nito. Di ba? Alam naman na tumayo lang yan mag-isa. Di ba? Tumayo lang yan at walang pondo. Di ba? So, ang nakakalungkot lang nito, baka ginigisa po tayo sa sarili natin mantika. Pondo rin ng bayan yung ginagamit dito sa pirma. Diba? Ano sa palagay nyo po?
Yes, you have
Madam,
Mr. Pedrosa, I understand, Policarpio. Is that what, am I reading properly here?
Yes, Madam Chair. Mr.
Ontario.
Alberto Pedrosa, Mr. Alfonso Policarpio,
Yes.
Ms. Eliza Salapantan, Mr. Horacio Montefrio, and Ms. Carmen Pedrosa.
Yes, and they have never reported or updated their documents with the SEC.
Yes, Madam Chair. What we only have are their articles of incorporation and bylaws that they submitted at the time of their incorporation.
The name of Mr. Noel Oñate does not occur?
None, Madam Chair, at the time of their incorporation.
The name of the attorney, Anthony Abad, does not occur?
None, Madam Chair.
Nor is counsel, Ghana Incorporated, Ghana and Partners in any of the listings. Is that correct?
Yes, Madam Chair, none.
I understand. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Oñate, please, and the rest who have come as representatives of PIRMA, what is your participation in this non-existent corporation?
Madam Chair, with regards to the corporate registration of PIRMA, may we inform the committee that we made submissions in the online portal of the SEC updating the email and the contact persons. And after that, we are expecting a reply, hopefully giving us a schedule.
Kailan po yun, Attorney Abisal?
It was made through an email, Memorandum Circular 28 submission portal,
Kailan nga?
February, just this February, Madam Chair.
So pagkatapos lang ng hearing. Kasi
Yes,
ang kukulit
yes,
ng
Madam
mga
Chair,
senador.
because it took time for Mr. Oñate to speak.
So yan mga karibin natin, binuhay po nila yung kanilang incorporation ngayong February lang, di ba? Kasi hinahanapan na nga sila. So ibig sabihin talagang patay po ito, patay itong nila. Wala po ito. Bakit ba kasi inatupad to binigyan pa ng pansin. Yan, tuloy, gumagastos pa tuloy yung gobyerno natin sa ganitong klaseng hearing, di ba? Wala naman pala. No? Sumiling, nagpapapirma po sila nung una. Hindi pa po yung nila, yung mga papeles nila. Di ba? Diba? Talagang niloloko nga tayo nito.
Speak with his former associates in PIRMA, and we are, as soon as we are given the go signal with the
You are going
assessment.
to update the website of a corporation that has not been in existence for 20 years.
You are correct, Madam Chair, but the process
Wala na
is,
to. Multo na to.
the process is, Madam Chair,
Wala
we
nang
submit
pirma, 20 anyos na.
Tama po.
Ano pa pagpipilitan natin dito?
that will lead to the filing of a petition for reinstatement once we were able to comply with the requirements and the payment of the penalties. That is our expectation from the...
Eto mga karibin natin, dapat dito sa taong ito, kinukulong, di ba? Ito ang dapat ikulong mga karibin natin, ha? Para mabigyan ng mabigyan ng leksyon. Di ba? Kasi biruin mo, 20 years na po. 20 years na pong hindi existing yung nila. Tapos ngayon, nagpapirma po sila. Pero hindi po sila itinuturing na legal. Kasi illegal po yung mga pirmang yan.
And the payment of the penalties. That is our expectation from the SEC, Madam Chair, based on the rules of the SEC. Thank you.
Tama po ba yun? Pagkatapos ng 2 dekada na hindi nagsasubmit ng anumang papel, buhay pa yung korporasyon?
Ma'am, the proper process is they should have filed a petition to lift the order of revocation and not submit any the compliance for MC28 that was been mentioning by Attorney Avisado.
So, Attorney
Because the-
Avisado, I think the SEC is questioning your legal competence.
No, not really.
Madam Chair, we cannot file a petition for reinstatement unless we update through this portal. Online submissions lang po lahat sa SEC. So we started updating. The next stage would be to submit the names, the new directors of
Attorney
PIRMA.
Avisado, you should be warned. Huwag mong tuturuan ng SEC ng trabaho nila. Baka mas
hindi po.
ma-trouble tayo nito.
Hindi po, never
Baka
my intention,
ilibing na
Madam
yung
Chair.
pirma na yan.
Hindi po.
Patay na nga, lilibing
Naghihintay
pa.
nga ho kami, nakikiusap kami, naghihintay kami na hopefully mapagbigyan at mabigyan ho kami ng assessment of the penalties which would allow us, once we pay, which would allow us to file a petition for reinstatement. Yun
Madam
lang po.
Chair? Madam Chair?
Yes, Senator Binay.
Hindi, naguguluhan lang ho ako, Attorney Avisado, dun sa timeline nyo eh. Nag-initiate kayo ng People's Initiative, pero hindi pa pala ayos yung documentation ng pirma nyo.
Ay, nako mga karbinan. Yan na nga po yung sinasabi natin kanina. No? Nagtatrabaho na sila. Parang isang kumpanya, di ba? Yung isang kumpanya, wala pang mga legal na papeles. Pero, ito na lang example natin, para mas maintindihan po natin. No? For example na lang, ito yung mga illegal recruiter, di ba? O nagpapadala na po sila ng mga tao doon, di ba? Pero hindi pala sila registered, di ba? O parang ganun din po ito, yung pirma, di ba? Nagpapirma sila ng nagpapirma, pero hindi pa pala ayos yung mga, or hindi sila registered, di ba? Sa SEC. Nako naman, talagang dapat dito, tigain po ito kung sino talaga yung nag-utos sa kanya na magpapirma, di ba? Oh, siguro ko yung lalabas dito, yung malaking tae dyan sa HOR. Ano sa palagay niyo mga karibin natin, ha? Dapat siguro talagang ikulong ito, pigain at paaminin, di ba? Kung sino ba talagang nasa likod niya. Pero kahit hindi niya man po sabihin, hindi niya man po aminin sa ating lahat, naaamoy na po ng taong bayan kung sino po ito, di ba? Well, anyway, mga ka-review natin, ano man po ang inyong reaksyon sa naging balitang ito, ay comment lang po sa baba para at least alam po ng ating mga kababayan ang inyo pong nararamdaman patungkol po sa balitang ito. Right? Alright, kung bago ka pa lang at di pa po nakapag-subscribe sa ating munting channel, please don't forget to subscribe at i-click na rin po ang bell notification para updated ka po sa lahat ng ina-upload nating reaction video. Maraming salamat po.